My hat's off to you, Seattle. Yeah, I hate being right. Well, actually, I don't hate being right, but I hate being right in this instance because I really was hoping that we would have pulled this game out. Now, yesterday wasn't all bad. It could have been, because the way that this game started out, especially, honestly, the whole first half, I'm just sitting there, I'm watching this game, and I'm like, we are going to get blown out. Defense was flat. Special teams wasn't very good. Offensively, flat. But what else is new? Because our offense has been pretty flat in most first halves of games anyway. Now, when I had posted the last video, the pregame or the preview video for this game, at that point, I didn't know who the starting quarterback was going to be. I kind of had a hunch it was going to be Dwayne Haskins, but it wasn't official. And then just as soon as I posted that video, boom, on Twitter, Dwayne Haskins is starting. So I will be honest, my expectations for winning this game, not that I had expectations to begin with, but any expectations I had was much lower at that point. Just because, I mean, you know, obviously there was going to be some nerves for Dwayne starting again. You know, he's obviously is waiting to, or he wanted this chance again to prove that he can be the guy. So there was a lot of pressure on him as well. So being a lot of pressure on him, I was expecting him to kind of come out and, you know, maybe miss a couple of passes and so forth. And I thought he had some good drives, but I still felt like he was off on a lot of throws in the first half. Certainly he made some mental mistakes. You know, just there for a while, he was starting to really just, again, he looked like the Dwayne Haskins that had gotten benched. And honestly, when it got up to 20-3, I thought this game's over. I mean, yeah, you know, we have come back from 17 points down, but, you know, the defense at this point just really wasn't showing a whole lot. And neither, I mean, the offense was also not really showing a lot either. And so, you know, at halftime, you're just kind of sitting there and you're like, please, Lord, let them have some sort of adjustment, you know, something. The second half comes out and Dwayne is playing better. He's going to Logan Thomas, who had a huge day yesterday. He's hitting Terry McLaurin on some passes. It was good to kind of see Terry kind of getting back in the mix again. But the defense stepped up, and that's what got us back into this game, was the defense. And with this defense, it really, it really made us, it made me proud. And with this defense, this defense just, it finally showed up. It wasn't until, honestly, about the fourth quarter, it seemed like, until we finally started seeing some pressure. We started seeing balls get batted and, you know, things like that. So we started seeing Seattle's offense get shut down in the second half, and that was something that we really needed if this team was going to get back into it. And through all of that, Washington still had a chance to win this game. They were going down, they were driving. I thought Haskins had hit, what was it, Logan Thomas? I thought he had hit him for a touchdown. I remember the analyst saying, "Oh, he's got him," and I was started to jump up and cheer. And of course, the pass wasn't completed, but I really felt they're going to do it. Somehow they're going to pull this game out. And unfortunately, what happened? Dwayne took 2 huge sacks, and that was pretty much it. Now, I did say in my last video that I thought Seattle was going to win, and I thought it would come down to Dwayne Haskins, if he played, which obviously he did, but that he would make some sort of mistake, either take a sack or throw a last-minute INT. He wound up taking the sack, unfortunately. So that was just was kind of anticlimactic how the game ended. But there were a lot of positives. First positive is obviously the fact that this team did not stop. They didn't roll over and die. Jay Gruden's team would have rolled over and died at this point. There would have been no halftime adjustments whatsoever, and this team would have just been blown out of the water. But not a team coached by Ron Rivera. This team fought until the very end. Now, they were not good in the first half. They got to be consistent, and they got to put they got to put a complete game together. But they played very well in the second half. I was very happy to see a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and I thought Haskins did a much better job in the second half than obviously he did in the first half. I thought Logan Thomas, man, he continues to the dude just continues to evolve as a tight end. I loved watching him play quarterback at Virginia Tech. So obviously I'm a little biased as far as how I feel about Thomas. I think he's awesome. I am so glad we have him as our tight end. Some other positives, obviously, if you watched the game last night, the Giants versus the Browns. The Browns beat the Giants. Yes. So that means that Washington is still in first place. First place. Next week, they play Carolina, and the New York Giants has to go and play Baltimore. Now, Baltimore still has a lot to play for. I don't think at this point, I could be wrong, I have to look at the standings, but I think Baltimore still needs to win at least one more game or so to get into the playoffs. If not, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a lot for Baltimore to play, and I think that's going to be a pretty tough game for the Giants to win. I'm expecting them to lose that game. And yes, I'm hoping that they lose that game. And I'm expecting the Washington Redskins football team. I'm expecting them. Oh, wrong side. I'm expecting the Washington football team to win against the Panthers next week. And I think they will. And if that happens, we're in the playoffs, man. How sweet that will be. Would like to see Washington win out because, I don't know. Yeah, 8-8 is not the best record, but for me, just feeling like 8-8 and getting into the playoffs, there's been plenty of teams in the past that have been 8-8 and have gotten into the playoffs and have made some noise. So it makes it feel like the NFC East is not as bad as what the records appear to be. But I really feel like we are going to hit the postseason. But yes, we have to take care of business against Carolina first, and we've got to hope that the Giants lose. Now, as for what I think is going to happen next week, who's going to play or who I want to play, what are my thoughts on Dwayne Haskins? Should we start him? Should we not? Well, I know that Coach Rivera has already said that if Alex Smith is healthy, Alex Smith is going to start. So if Alex Smith, obviously, if he is not healthy, we're going to see Dwayne Haskins again. And I will tell you, I am not as nervous about Haskins playing again as I was, obviously, in this game. I think I never want to downplay any team that you play, but I feel like this would be a good game for Haskins to really show, hey, I'm developing, I'm continuing on, I'm trying to get better. If Haskins plays, I'll be okay. I'll definitely support him. But I'm going to tell you, man, I am a huge Alex Smith fan. As I said in my last video, I'm a unabashed Alex Smith fan. Love the guy, love the story. And I hope he is healthy because I want to see him play. I want to see him get back into the playoffs. I want to see him win some playoff games. I also hope that we're going to see Gibson back. We need Antonio Gibson. We need him healthy. He has been the workhorse of this team along with J.D. McKissick and Barber as well. But we need Gibson if we're going to make a good run in the playoffs. And I also hope that we see some Andy Gordon. I really hope he's healthy and back. I would love to see him get worked back into the mix as well. But if these guys are healthy, I really feel good about the chances of this team. I mean, overall, I know that a lot of Redskins fans yesterday were pretty mad about Hopkins missing an extra point, and you have some of the fans who were happy for Haskins, others who still felt like he sucked, and I think overall, though, if you really step back and take a look at it, this team is coming together. This organization is coming together. And while it's always terrible to have to deal with losses, yesterday was not that bad of a loss because the Giants lost, the Eagles lost, the Cowboys, they won, but I really think that we don't have to worry about the Cowboys. We've swept them, so even if they win out, we're good. I'm pretty confident in saying that. So overall, I'm going to end this by saying that I'm sorry I was right. Seattle, you got us. Congratulations on making the playoffs. There's a very good possibility that we're going to see you guys in the playoffs again, so get ready. So if you liked this video, smash the like button. Throw me a comment in there. Let me know what you think of it. And as always, consider subscribing. There's more coming from the Washington Football Fanatics. You guys take care and peace out.